Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here, and I wanted to chat today about people, being with other people. It's one of those things that for a lot of us is like, it's sort of like we want that and we don't want that. We love people, we hate people, we want to be around people, they're hard to be around. And it just gets to be, I know for me, I've spent a lot of time kind of being by myself because I find that a lot of times easier than being around a lot of people. And I also have found that I really miss being around more people more often. And, you know, it's interesting to have social media because it's a way to connect in a way, but it also ironically kind of isolates us too. You know, if you look at like people walking around the world around all kinds of people, but their noses are in their phones. And it's sort of like connecting to this digitized world that is so carefully crafted and constructed and not actually like real, authentic, and meaningful connection, you know, and conversations and interaction. And as you know, 2025, I mean, it's February right now, but so, you know, sort of new year, but also just like I'm always asking myself what else, you know, what else I would like to ask for, what else I would like to create to make my life even greater. And one of the things that keeps coming up for me is actually being around people more. And so for me, I mean, this is, you know, many-fold, and I do actually really love a great Zoom room with epic creatures all over the globe. There's something very cool about that when you can get together on Zoom with people from all over the world and have really cool conversations. I love that. I'm so grateful for that. And I do that basically every day in some way. You know, I do a lot of classes that are like a daily thing. And I love that format, and then other types of classes as well. And, you know, also having like that belly to belly time, like being in person. And that's one of the things that I've had less of that I am asking for more of. And, you know, I think the thing is like, I guess I just wanted to invite you to consider if this is something that resonates with you or, you know, has like lands in your world in some sort of a way of like, yeah, you know, because I think so many people are so actually isolated when it's also such a time where we are totally connected, but through a computer, you know, or a phone. And the world I desire to live in and the future I desire to create has so much more, actual interaction with people, having conversations, you know, face to face, belly to belly, whatever it may be. And when I say belly to belly, I just mean like in person. But you know, you can hug people when you're in person, and that's a beautiful thing. And just really like asking for more of that, choosing more of it, and realizing for me, I'm like, if I don't, you know, put myself with people in person more often, then I'm not contributing to the future that I know is possible. I don't want to see, like, to me, AI is not exciting in terms of like what it can create as a future for the planet, because it's just digitizes everything and it takes people out of the equation. I would like to see a future where we get to be together, we get to laugh together, we get to celebrate being alive, actually touch each other with kind touch. And, you know, energy work is like one of my favorite things in the world. And I would love to receive it every day and a lot of times I do, depending on where I am and who I'm with. That is definitely a priority for me in my life. And I don't see it as an extravagance to receive energy work on a daily basis. And I'm grateful that I have a lot of people that I can exchange with and just contribute to. So it's not always about like going and paying somebody, but I do that as well. But just having touch, having laughter, having meals together, you know, having conversations. And so if this is something that inspires you or sparks something in you, I just invite you to choose more of that in your life. Just ask for more of it, because sometimes we don't even really know how that's going to show up. And for me, there's a lot of things that I'm asking for that I'm not positive. Well, I don't really even know how they're going to show up or what they're going to look like, but I do know that I can ask for those things and I can choose those things and I can be clear with myself on what my priorities are. And that's just one of them. And so I'm just inviting you and the world to, let's talk more, let's interact more, let's be together more, let's, you know, not from significance or like this, you know, making it some heavy thing, but just actually like there's so many brilliant people in this world. And I know so many brilliant people, you probably do as well. Why are we not having more conversations, you know? And because that's where so much beauty gets created. And that's where the world changes more, like faster and more dynamically than we know. So if you would like more of that, I am going to be having more in-person events this year. I'm going to be doing some things at my house in Boulder, Colorado, and traveling as well. Coming up at the end of February, I have a 3-day body class here at my home. I'm also going to be doing a Business Done Different class in Denver at the end of March. I have a body class at my house in Mexico, and I'll be in April and May in the Middle East and Europe and beyond. And I also, you know, if traveling is not your thing or it's not available to you, I have this beautiful 6-month online creation called the Generative Business Pods, and it's just amazing. It's one of those places where being on Zoom with people is so generative, and it's a group of people that really are coming together to embrace a different way of creating a future, including their bodies, and really creating the life and living that you would like to have. And your business is your life. It's not, you don't have to have a business to be in the business pods. Because if you're alive, you have a business, it's called your life. But this is like a really supportive group where we explore all kinds of different conversations about possibilities and creation, the inclusion of your body, and really choosing what is true for you and fun for you, and how to actualize it, how to bring it to reality. So that is going to be starting February 25th, I believe, 24th, 25th. And we're doing a free call on the 19th for those that are interested. And if you know you want to be part of it and you sign up and pay in full by the 14th, you get a bonus private session with me. There's a couple private sessions included in the pods, and you would get an extra one. So all of that is on my website, heathernichols.com/events, and more stuff being added all the time. And yeah, I look forward to actually speaking with you and being in person and playing and laughing and creating and exploring what else is truly possible.